What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode, PCPR, Prep, Cook, Plate, Repeat. This week's episode, we're doing a pesto trapanese with a maccheroni pasta. Pesto trapanese is actually a different variation of pesto genovese, which everyone in the world is used to. It's pesto that comes from Genoa and is made with pine nuts, basil, Parmesan cheese, olive oil, right? That's a traditional pesto that everyone uses. The pesto trapanese comes from Sicily, a city in Sicily called Trapani, and it's made with almonds, basil, mint, parsley, and good olive oil. And then we boil some pasta off, and we use a little bit of that pasta water to kind of make our sauce. All right, so we'll be right back to show you how to do all that. All right, guys, so we're going to show you how to make this Trapanese style pesto. So the pasta we're going to be using is called maccheroni. It's kind of a longer penne without the angle cuts, as you can see here. It's rigid. You don't have to use this pasta. I just like this pasta because it really holds on to the sauce well. You can use a linguine, you can use a bucatini, you can use, whatever pasta you kind of have in your house, you can. I just like using that pasta. All right, so for the sauce, first thing we want to do is, traditionally, the sauce is made in a mortar and pestle. If you had a food processor, you can use it, but I think the sauce comes out better in a mortar and pestle. So what I have here is some tomatoes that I slowly roasted, kind of got a little bit of the water out, and I put it in the oven for about an hour and a half at 150 degrees, 200 degrees, excuse me, about 200 degrees, and I kind of let the skin just blister a little bit, and I drained off any excess water that came from it. All right, so just like that. Beautiful. Okay. We're going to add some almonds in there. I just have regular unsalted almonds here. You can find them in the store. If you have slivered is fine as well. I'm going to throw some in there. Call that about a quarter of a cup of almonds. All right, we're going to add a little bit of salt. Salt's going to help break down that almond and break down everything else. With your mortar, with your pestle, you're going to just like that. Beat up those almonds in there, just like that. This does take a little bit of time, so you have to be patient with this. All right, next we're going to add some garlic as well. Same thing, we're going to beat up that garlic in there. If it splatters, don't worry. That's what I have napkins for. Paper towels. Next, we're going to add in mint. I'm going to tear some mint, add it right in. Got some parsley here. Can give the parsley a little quick chop, just to help with the breaking down. Beautiful. Right in. Now, as you're moving this around, a good technique is to get in and then twist. And then this is another technique people use as well. You want to kind of use that stone and grind up against it, just like that. You want to really release all these natural essential oils the garlic has, the herbs have, right? That's really starting to come together. Now, this is a rustic pesto. This is normally what pesto is supposed to look like. A lot of pesto nowadays is just fabricated in huge amounts and it's pureed and all that stuff. It's supposed to be chunky, not supposed to be really smooth. Beautiful. We're going to add a little bit of pepper right in. Good quality olive oil right inside. Beautiful. That's really going to bring everything together. That's nice. That's real nice. All right, so we're going to set this to the side. We're going to start cooking our pasta. I got some water boiling on the stove, salted. I'm going to cook about a cup or so of pasta. Is going to yield you good enough for 2 people, probably 2 and a 3 people. I'm going to cook the pasta. I'm going to bring this on the stove. I'm going to show you how to put everything together. So we'll be right back. All right, guys, our pasta is cooked. Sauce is ready. Now we got to put everything together, marry them. First thing we're going to do is going to add a little bit of pasta water to this pan. Just like that. Beautiful. It's okay if it makes a little mess. Don't worry about it. Okay. Next we're going to do is going to add in our sauce here. Now what we're doing here is pretty much, this is like a thick paste kind of. Has a little bit of juice because of the tomato, but we need a little bit of pasta water to kind of, not smooth it out completely, but become a sauce. So that's why we use our pasta water, because it already has that starch, that nice flavor. It's a little, salted. It's got flavor, so that's why we use that. All right. Now this, have that come together like that. Beautiful. Now we're going to take our pasta and throw it right in. This pasta is about 95% cooked. We're going to finish the rest of the 5% in here. Just like that. Give it a good flip. Just like that. One of those. Okay. You want to let this cook for about 2 minutes most, because we don't really want to cook this. We just want to kind of warm it through. We're going to add a little bit of olive oil to finish. We're going to add some Parmesan cheese right inside. Now, I'm using a Reggiano Parmesan. You can use a Pecorino if you like. But I find a Pecorino a little too overpowering. I really want to taste all the flavors in here. So Parmesan complements it really nicely. It's mild. Good flip. Just like that. Beautiful. Okay. All right, give it a little wipe. All right, that's looking good. It's coming together. All right, so now we're going to clean up a little bit, and we're going to come back and plate this whole thing up. So we'll be right back. Our pasta is done. Now it's time to finish this up. So we're going to take our ladle here. We're going to give ourselves a nice little generous portion because we worked super hard for this. As you can see from the nice nifty camera above, the sauce is now super loose. It kind of tightened up, which is what you want, right? That's why if we went straight in with just the pesto and no pasta water, the sauce would be super thick, right? You need a little bit of that pasta water to kind of coat everything. Beautiful. Just like that. We're going to take a little bit of our favorite cheese again, right? I'm going to grate some over the top. Just like that. And then I got a couple almonds that were left over. I'm going to just grate some almond right on top of there, just to really intensify that nice nutty almond flavor. A couple more here. Beautiful. This is a super easy pasta. I learned this when I was really young because my family is half Sicilian. So this is one of the first things they taught me. Beautiful. There you go. Maccheroni pasta with a pesto trapanese. Beautiful, super easy to make, super flavorful. Thanks for tuning in this week to PCPR, Prep, Cook, Plate, Repeat. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. We'll catch you next time.